back on here to show you how to make these cinnamon buns. Can you see them? Can you see them? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get some flour. I'm gonna and I'm gonna go ahead and get going. We're doing the final touches for me to get my beautiful, beautiful cinnamon rolls. I'm just going to do a final wipe down on my surface. Just a bit of water and a damp paper towel. Cleaning up again because guess what happened? I don't have a board large enough, and I want to make sure that absolutely nothing. I love wipe this like 3 times. I'm not sure why I'm still wiping, but I am, because everything I used on here was what went into the dough. But I'm just making sure I do a thorough cleanup. Okay, now that I've wiped one last time, just gonna get a clean paper towel and do a quick wipe again. Okay. Ooh. This is gonna be pretty fast, but it's gonna be repetitive. Alrighty. So now I'm just gonna get some flour and sift it over the area that I expect to be working. I've got a very soft, super soft dough. Getting some flour on my rolling pin. As you can see, I have a very large batch. My dough is like 3 times what I normally make. And I'm going to cut the dough down. Ooh, this is super soft. I am excited. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It like doubled, tripled in size just now. Okay. I'm going to cut this in half. It is so soft, it's not even funny. Yay! Gonna cover the remainder because I don't want it to dry out. Where are you joining me from tonight, guys? Where are you coming from? Let me know in the chat. Gotta adjust the camera because I want you to see a little better. I'm shift the camera over a little bit so you can see the full frame of what I'm working with. Okay, I think that's a bit better for you. Okay, so this is the fun part about baking. You can see it's a super soft dough. flour is gone, so I'm just going to add a little and roll out some more. I'm going to try to get this into a rectangular shape. Woo!
Should I pour that mixture, Andrea?
Yes. So, just give me a second. Earlier, you saw the picture I took for my intro. We were making up greater cake as well. So, we're doing a lot of stuff. So, it's a real exposure to the Jamaican culture for these kids tomorrow. Yeah, you can put it back on. So we made a syrup for the cornmeal puddings. The first batch are done, but we did a complimentary one thereafter. So the goal is to get as close to 200 mini as we can. I don't know how that's going to go, but we're going to see about that. My first attempt at making 200 minis.
Did you take off your brush?
I have it over here for the... So we're going the full expanse all the way down. So we're going to cut them in strips and then cut them half because we're doing minis. We don't want the full cinnamon. We want the minis. So that being said, this is batch number 1. And it's very soft, very responsive to the touch. You don't have to be begging it to expand out. So this is going to be the individual rolls. And it's a different way, but it works. This is what I did the last time. I don't think I've uploaded that video yet. I did like a time lapse. I'll show you guys in real time so you can see. It took like, the work part took like half an hour. The time lapse is about 2 or 3 minutes. I think it's less than 3 minutes. I think that's good. I don't want it any thinner than this. What I'm going to do now that I've gotten my dough all rolled out, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm not sure why it's dark, so I'm just going to shift my light a bit so you can see better, I hope. How about now? I think that's a better view. Yep. So, welcome, good night. Thank you for hopping on this stream. I'm doing some cinema buns, but where did I put the butter? The butter back over here? This here? Okay, so I am gonna layer the cocoa cinnamon buns. That's the first one I'm gonna do. So when you're doing the coconut, you layer start off with just the butter and the cinnamon, and then you spread the coconut on top. So I'm doing 2 large batches, and from these large roll out, I want to get 200 minis. I don't know. I think we may come close. I'm not sure we're gonna get it. As I said, I've never done this before. I tend to cut them a bit large, so my friend is gonna start the cutting for me, just to make sure that I get the right cuts. Now I'll follow her pattern. And the reason why they come out large is that because you use yeast, whether yeast or baking powder, it's gonna come out large. Because when it's proofed, they rise. And because they rise, and then you put them to bake, they expand some more too. So this is the one that I put it on. I don't put this down when I'm doing the cinnamon buns. But because there's no fat, coconut naturally has some fat, but there's no fat in that mixture. It's just some spices, sugar, and coconut. So you need the fat to give a more cohesive bun and a sweet finishing taste. What do you guys think? You think I'll be able to get with a spread like this? I think I'm more closer to get 100, and I'm satisfied with 100. I'm being honest. A lot of work going to doing this, but it's the real authentic taste of the island. I don't want to put excess butter. I'm just taking what I have there and spreading it a bit more. Are you guys hearing me okay? If you can hear me okay, can I get a thumbs up or a yes in the chat? Okay, now that I've gotten my butter on, I'm going to go ahead and put my cinnamon. Because these are called cocoa cinnamon buns. What's cocoa cinnamon without cinnamon? And if you want to be have a little sweeter, then you can go ahead and sprinkle a bit of brown sugar. So welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Chef Twellyah, and this is part 2 of my stream. Like I was streaming earlier, and I promised I'd be back on to show myself as I prep and I should say prime the rolls. So that's literally what I'm doing right now. So the cinnamon is all there. The butter is there. Now for the coconut. This is the piece de resistance. It's the spice coconut. It's not just the coconut, but the spice coconut. So the sugar and the spices have been marinated with the coconut for a good while now, over an hour. So this is good. Hi, Annie Brady. How you doing? Can you hear me okay, hon? Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you saying hi. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for confirming. Hope you had a good day, darling. So here on this channel, I focus on comfort foods, breads, stews sometimes, quick meals, but they're all plant-based. So whether it's vegetarian or vegan, it's plant-based cooking that I focus on. I do share some things from my everyday life from time to time. Like recently, I shared. Oh, good, lovely. Glad to hear you had a good day, Annie. Yeah, I got a little chunk of coconut. I'll take that out. Yeah, so I can spread this. This is actually more than I need, but there's just something wonderful about coconut. I'm not gonna be stingy with it. I'm just gonna spread this evenly across the top. Because I'm gonna do the single strips. So I want to make sure that coconut goes from one end to the other. You love to cook too. Beautiful. What's your favorite things to make, Annie? What do you like making? I love baking. I love cooking, yes. Um, I like to try new things. Yet I am very much a plain Jane. So even though I like to try new things, I'm not going to go out and start a riot, if you know what I mean. I like flavors. So the flavors that I like, I will explore. I'll try to experiment a bit, play around with my foods. Ah, you're like me. Like if I like something, I like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it, and I'm not gonna try it no matter what you say. But I'm a vegetarian. My family is not. They are not vegetarian. But I'm the vegetarian in the family. And so, seeing as I'm the one mostly cooking, we primarily have a vegetarian diet. But it's not really like I'm holding them hostage. They love my food. They will eat their food and eat off mine. So, and it's the same with friends. If it tastes good, they want it. If it doesn't taste good, of course, they're not interested. But my food usually tastes good. I love to cook. I love to bake. Alrighty, come my friend. You're going to show me how to cut these. I've got my coconut spread all through. You're going to show me how you want these to be cut to get the minis. Well, for one, I know that we're going to cut it right across the center once you've done the strips. So I'm just going to... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this was us making the grita cake in the pot, and then the devil be a liar, be trying to play with us tonight and let the thing touch. And look how we rescued it. Yeah, that is beautiful. The grita cakes are now completed. We end up transferring it to the oven, and the rescue was a success. So my friend, she's gonna start the cutting for me. She's camera shy, so the angle is set so it won't capture her face. You'll just see her hands moving, and seeing as I am the generous one, I want to see her be the meanie. You know what I mean, right? So this is cocoa cinnamon rolls.
Which end do you want to start?
You can start at, it doesn't matter to me, whichever one you're comfortable starting at. She's gonna start cutting them for me. Okay.
That's good, right?
That's what I did the other day. You said it was too big.
That's this?
Yeah, that was what I had them at. Okay. Keep going. So that one is going to be bigger than the others. She's doing the same thing I would have done. I don't see, well, maybe she's a little stingy. So she's going to cut the strips and I'm going to roll. But the dough is super soft. How many do you think she's going to get out of this, guys? I'm saying based on how she's going, she's going to get about 25. What do you think? Will she get 25? She's gone 3 so far. Let me know if you think she's going to get 25. That's 4. I didn't think you're going to get 25. Thanks, Annie. She's gotten 6. It looks like she's going to make it. She's at 6 so far. I couldn't do this. So I told her she's got to make the perfect cut. And I will roll. But due to the length, if you make it to 25, we'll get 50 out of these, roughly. Or close to 50. Annie Brady, where in the world are you watching us from tonight? All right, we're in Toronto. It's always nice to see where people are connecting with us from. You're very disciplined, my friend. You're so disciplined. There's no way I would have chunked them up really big already. I'd be so like, no.
But then it's too big, right? And then it doesn't last.
Marietta, Georgia. Is that right? Am I getting your state right, Annie Brady? GA, that's Georgia, right? Yeah. I've never heard of Marietta. Where's that close to? Which other city? Okay, I got it right. Yay! You're doing good, girl. How are we at? We at 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Woo! You may go by the 25. Go! She's cutting pretty good. Now, because we're introducing children in the school to the Jamaican culture, we're just wanting them to get little, what we call nibbles. So we're trying our best to make them really tiny, but at the same time, authentically Jamaican so that they can enjoy it. So this is the mixture I put on top is a mixture of coconut, shredded coconut, brown sugar, nutmeg, vanilla, mixed spice, cinnamon, and I believe I put a bit of vanilla in there. Look at the dough, what it's doing while it's waiting on me. It's proofing out again. Alrighty. You did good. So what do we do, 20 and 25? It's okay, because then I want to cut them in half. So we'll double whatever it is that we get. So if we get 25, that would be 50 roughly. Yeah, you can just toss it back over. Doesn't have to go one place. Just anyways, you look a little bare. The knife took away while it walks through. But you're doing good. The cinnamon roll ones will be better. It will be easier because you don't have the extra, like the coconut. So it's just going to be the butter spread. Well, the cinnamon, sugar, the sugared cinnamon. Are we going to keep this one at the end just... Oh, it's not fully separated here.
Well, we may have to just fully separate some of that.
No, the extra that comes out, do a little slice here for me. Okay.
Here.
All right. So the extra coconut that was stuck on the knife, I'll put it on this end one. Yeah, you can. We're not putting anything in there right now. These are going to have to proof before you add them to the oven. So, cutting it across. You're going to do that, or you're trusting me to do that?
How many put them into?
Yeah, we're cutting them across because they're minis.
How would I have a problem? Would you even cut them even smaller?
So I'm hoping I can get this cut through.
Yeah, cut it.
Okay. See? Cut it across. It's okay. The size is slightly different. That's the first one. Because the goal is to make minis, not regular.
Yeah,
but there's
that's
still,
perfect.
this is still gonna be
Big, right?
once they're proofed out. So we'll see how many we can get in here. So it's just rolling up from the end, guys. That's all it is. And I get the minis. This didn't come off good. I didn't even check how many you got. I didn't do a final count. But this is a fun. Now she, yeah, now she puts me to work. But I love doing this. I love doing this, and this is fun, right? It's not hard. I'm gonna rub a little bit. Huh? What? Okay, she said we got like 27 or 28. So we're on target. The goal is to get about 50 per tray. Ooh, this one didn't go through clean. So there we go. You notice how they're getting bigger and bigger as I go down? Hmm? What time is it? Okay, I gotta move faster, guys. My time is up. And they're getting bigger. They're just getting bigger. You can't get away from it. It's the nature of the dough. It's so soft. It's so, it's a velvet touch. It's a new method I've tried. I think I posted a short on my, I posted it earlier today, sharing with you guys the new method I have for doing cinnamon rolls. Woo! See how big they've gotten? These very minis are not so mini looking anymore. They started out really tiny, but as you can see, they clearly are no longer tiny. And it's just because the dough is super soft. Ooh. This is some serious work, girl. Wow, where can I stick this? I don't see one I can stick it on, so I'm just going to try and get it rolled into this. They're getting bigger, guys. They're getting bigger. I'm going to need the other tray. I'm going to need the other tray soon. How many have I gotten in here so far? Ooh, it is so, so soft. not even funny.
Maybe you should cut those because they're so big now. Cut them.
Cut them?
Mm-hmm. Instead of making them so big.
You want to cut them again?
Mm-hmm.
Draw the knife now. Okay. She's going in, guys. She's going in. She's making another cut. Oh. Annie, she's giving me extra work. Seriously giving me extra work. But I understand. The goal is to give them a little nibble, and they're turning into monsters. So, yeah, that's sticking to the size we started off with.
Should I cut the other side too? Or just some parts of it?
We'll see. When I start, I think you need to cut up to here. I'll give about to here.
From where?
From there up to, but don't cut the end one. I love you, Annie. When you say that, you sound like my mom.
Where should I cut?
From here, from this fat one, and down. It's because the dough is super soft. That's why they're swelling out like that. They're morphing into these giant. These coconut rolls are to die for. And they're going to poof more when they're baking. The thing about them, we've got about 25 in here.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get an extra one right beside that one. Just because it looks so lonely. No, that's just me wanting to put one extra one in there. Okay, guys. First tray be done. What say you? Did good? I got 37 in that one, Annie. We're making progress, right? So we're really going for those tiny nuggets. See if we can get them going this time and keep to them. That one did not cut. I'm not sure how long the next one we're gonna take.
If you just put stuff on the other one, you can probably cut it and roll it.
Yeah, I think you can finish up.
Roll it on and put the stuff on.
Okay. I have a timeline that I'm working with tonight. I gotta be out of here in another 10 minutes or so. And my goal is to try to get these off. You want to make some now, Annie? Thank you. I could do with the support. I think I have a couple videos showing me starting this from scratch online. I believe I do. The only difference is with this, I started with a milk mix, and then I waited for the yeast to be activated. Then I mixed in the I used flaxseed instead of eggs. And then I did melted butter and a bit of brown sugar. Ooh, oh, this one is one of those that wasn't cut. Okay, I just realized what happened now. I thought it was a cut one. It wasn't. It's going to be slightly larger. I think we did pretty good. The first one, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, it had 37. Oh, you don't eat sweet, Annie? You don't have to make it sweet. You could do a savory cinnamon bun. Yeah. So I did it with cheese a couple months ago. I tried it with cheese. I created my own green sauce. Like instead of using the spread like I have now, I did it was cilantro, thyme. What else did I have in there? I'm trying to remember. I had a little bit of hot pepper too, but I did sprinkle a little cinnamon on it, and it was out of this world. Same dough, but you don't have to use sugar. If it's can you use maple syrup? You can use maple syrup to activate the yeast, or you could do like what they call like a premix, which is just using the yeast and water, not yeast, the flour and the water, and let that sit for like 20 minutes before. And then you go ahead and you add everything else, like your melted butter and stuff, and your yeast. Can you use yeast, Annie? What's my time, hon? Okay. Okay, good. So you should be fine trying that. So what I'll do, I'll check when I get a chance over the next day or so if I've posted that video in full. If not, I will upload it and you'll see the cheese rolls. And you can follow if you want to do that. So instead of using the sugar, and if you can use maple syrup to activate it, if that doesn't work for you, um, you can just do what I say about the premix. So that premix will make your yeast rise way better. Ooh, my back, my back, my back. Hey, Houston. Ah, we're coming to an end with these. I'm going to try to squeeze one in somewhere because I think I have an extra. Or maybe I just have the right amount. So I use coconut milk. Can you use coconut milk, Annie? I use coconut milk in my dough. It's a staple for me as a vegetarian, semi-vegan, because there are days when I am living like a vegan. Okay, cool. So you can reproduce my recipe. Yeah, I made it. I made it. I made it, Annie. We're done with this batch. Thank God. And there we are. Tray number 2. And these are real nibbles. See that? Perfect. So what I do, I look to see if there's anyone that's looking somewhat naked. And I add the extra coconut to that one. Now I'm going to have to clean this up to do the cinnamon. Well, technically, I don't have to, but I'm going to. Just in case somebody having the cinnamon doesn't like it. They don't have to deal with the coconut. And see how these have all proofed out nicely, Annie? We're doing good. So what you're going to do for me is brush those with the liquid before they get too soft so you can't get it in. Or if you want to wait, you can.
Wait until when?
You're going to bake it?
After it's baked?
No, before you bake it. Hello, sir. Hi. I'll be leaving out shortly. Okay?
Hello.
All right. I remember the timeline. Pardon? I remember the timeline.
Huh?
I remember the time frame you gave me. Hold on. See what he's saying because I'm not hearing him. Thank you.
Yeah, she said, what were you saying? But you can't hear me. She's saying, what are you saying? Can't hear me.
Okay, so the last.
Oh, you said something about timeline. What time she need to get there? Huh? Mm-hmm.
I'm getting another set of gloves.
Yeah, what's the latest? Huh? 12:30. Alright. If she not reach at 12:30, what? If she not reach at 12:30, what happens?
Okay.
I know say work yet, but yeah. Alright. Then you just roll out something up.
I am going to put the last batch out now.
Simple. Andrea.
12:30. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce out of here. Um, the rest is just gonna be me doing some more of this super soft dough. And you know what? I was thinking, are you okay with me cutting it in half, or you want me to do the same thing like I did before?
You want to do whatever is faster for you like.
All right, so I'm gonna get the flour on,
You just need to hurry up. It's okay, yeah. 10 minutes.
and that should be enough flour. Again, I'm gonna get my rolling pin saturated with. It's always satisfying to see people do this on online. You see them showing out their dough, and I'm like, I can do that too. Super soft. All right. So sorry guys, I gotta move really super fast. I may not pay attention to the chat, but I appreciate you coming on with me tonight. I may end up needing a little bit more flour. We'll see about that. This still is pliable, very pliable. Okay. So same thing I did before, making a nice big square. And remember how thin I had it before? You thought it was too thin when you look at, or someone might think it was, but you saw exactly how much we got out of it. We got like 60 or 70 from that batch. No, I think we got about 80 so far. So this is very close to the 200 mini we were striving for. Let's go ahead and press that. So now we know based on the first batch, to get a real mini, we got to cut the strips in 3. Okay. And there we go, folks. All the way to the edge. That's a good. So my friend is going to cut these in 3s so that we can get pretty much the same like we did before. We should get up another 100. So we didn't quite get the 200, but we got close. And that's fine. Okay. That's good. And there we go. Get the spread on now. I'm just spreading out the sugar. We had a sugar lump, y'all. It happens sometimes. You get a pocket and it won't crack. But it didn't, it wasn't noticeable for me earlier. And these are going to be scrumptious. Sorry about that. My hand caught the stand. So all of you who joined me tonight, I just want to say thank you. And it's Brady. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. As soon as I'm done spreading this, I'll be signing off, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, if you see something you enjoy, just give me a like, share it with someone you think would appreciate it. And if you think this is some place you'd like to come back to, then subscribe. Costs you nothing, but it helped me to grow my channel. Okay? Just a click, just one tap. There we go. Okay, friend, you gotta come and slice up again. Yeah, we got a good spread. This is rich. I'll let you know when I am at. Okay. You're good to go, sweetie. If you see anywhere that needs touching up when you slice through, you can just add it back. So, guys, thanks again. I appreciate you. Ooh, who did I miss? Okay. Do I sell them? Not yet. Sometimes I do. Eve James, thank you. Oh, this is cinnamon rolls. We did the coconut rolls earlier, and they are proofing. They're ready to go into the oven. There they go. And these are the cinnamon rolls that are coming up now. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. I appreciate the love. Take care. God bless you. So long. Sayonara. Arrivederci. Good night.